is the beginning of the second session in the TAPE program. And tonight we will begin presenting some scenes to you in which some of the scenes you will be asked to imagine will not be particularly pleasant. However, it is hoped that by pairing some of these unpleasant scenes with some scenes in which you will be asked to imagine yourself in drinking situations, that the two might combine in such a way to make drinking an experience that may be less desirable to you. And to begin with, what we'd like to do is first get back into somewhat of a relaxed state of mind in order to, as mentioned in the last session, to create a mood in which visual images can be formed in your own mind with the greatest amount of ease. So I wonder, to start this out, if you first close your eyes. That's right. Close your eyes. And now, why don't we run through just a few of the muscle groups that we relaxed last time. First of all, take a deep breath. That's it. Just take a deep breath. Let yourself start relaxing. Just let your whole body relax. Each breath you take, I want you to notice even now, each breath you take is sinking your whole body into a little bit more relaxed condition. Your whole body's relaxing just a little bit more. You're saying the word relax. Relax to yourself. As these sessions proceed, I want you to practice at times sitting down, relaxing your own body, using the muscle tension relaxation procedures we've described. In other words, perhaps at night, or perhaps if you have a few minutes during the day, lie down someplace, tighten up your muscles the way we did last time, arms, legs, so forth, the whole series. And meanwhile, telling yourself to relax each time you do it. If you could do this twice a day, or even just once a day, you would get more and more practice and experience in the relaxation process itself. And as you begin coming up against some tensions just in your daily life, you'll find that by telling yourself, relax, relax, this can become almost a magic word that will get you through a lot of situations that you wouldn't have believed you could have survived that easily. Because sometimes the best reaction to a tense situation is no reaction at all, at least until you've had time to think it over at some length. Meanwhile, I hope you have been relaxing your own body a little bit more, a little bit deeper with each breath you take. Hopefully you found yourself sinking a little bit deeper and deeper still into a pleasant, relaxed state. Breathing's getting just a little bit deeper still. Flowing, air flowing in and out very easily, very relaxed. Now let's shift to the right arm this time. Last time, if you recall, and when you're doing these exercises by yourself, at times you can move through the muscles one by one. But for this, we'll just do kind of a summary relaxation. What I'd like you to do is tighten up all the muscles in your right arm at one time, just like you did last time. That's it. Tighten up all the muscles in your right arm. Notice the tension that's tight. Okay, now just let it go. Completely relax. Just let it go. Notice that tension that you felt just drifting away. Tension's fading. Tension's going away. You're relaxing again. You're relaxing again. You're much more relaxed now with just that one arm relaxed than you were just a moment ago. Notice the difference in this arm. The arm's getting numb again. Feeling heavy, numb. And your whole body now is quickly going into a deeply relaxed state, going deeper and deeper into a relaxed state. Now let's shift over and do the left arm. Tighten up the whole left arm. Tight, tight. Okay, that's fine. I'll relax it. Just let it go. Notice the change. Notice the great reduction in tension. The whole left arm is completely relaxed, limp, heavy, becoming slightly numb. A heavy numb feeling comes over both arms and hands and wrists and biceps. Just a numb, heavy feeling as you completely let the muscles relax, going deeper and deeper into a completely relaxed state. Now let's shift to the chest and back area. We're going to do the whole chest and back at once. Tighten up the chest and back muscles. Go ahead, tighten them up and hold them. That's it. Tight, hold them. That's it. Okay, now let them go. Just completely relax. Completely relax. The air is going out of your lungs, settling back in your chair again. More and more comfortable. More and more relaxed. Each muscle group you relaxes your whole body just a little bit more. Going deeper, deeper into a more and more relaxed state. Your whole body is relaxing now. Your arms are numb, heavy, relaxed, breathing deep, regular. You find yourself fairly amazed at how quickly you were able to relax your body, erase thoughts from your mind which were interfering with your thinking just a few minutes ago. Already you're learning a little bit about the magic word, relax. And it can work this way for you with practice. Now let's move down to your right leg. Tighten up your whole right leg. That's it. Hold it. Hold it. Okay, let it go. Just relax. Just let it relax. Completely relax. No tension whatsoever. All the tension fading. Completely fading. Going deeper, deeper into a completely relaxed state. Every muscle in your body is relaxing now. Arms relax. Face relax. Chest relax. Neck relax. Think about these muscles. Your stomach is completely relaxed. Think about how relaxed your stomach is. Your right leg is completely relaxed. Now let's try your left leg. Tighten up every muscle in your left leg. That's it. Hold it. Hold it. Alright, just let it go. Relax. Completely relaxed. Every muscle in your body is now completely relaxed. And now, I want you to again visualize the beach scene. And imagine yourself, you're back on the beach, you're lying on that air mattress. See yourself on the beach. Feel yourself sinking into the air mattress, going deeper and deeper into the air mattress. Your whole body. Breathing deeper, heavier. Whole body sinking into that air mattress. It feels so good. So good to be so completely relaxed. Just a wonderful feeling. A wonderful light feeling, and yet heavy at the same time as you sink deeper and deeper into the air mattress. And now, listen again for the waves. Waves in the background. Listen. See them become whooshing up on the beach, saying, relax, relax. Each wave telling you to relax. Listen, you can almost hear these waves if you listen very hard. Now, notice your forehead, the sun hitting your body, you're in your bathing suit, sun hitting your body. Feel your forehead warm up, your face is warming up. Feel the blood in your face as the sun heats up your face. You feel that warmth. It's a good, warm feeling, good, relaxing feeling. Sinking you even deeper, drying up the tensions more and more and more. You can feel the sun on your chest. Now the sun's on your stomach. Concentrate on your stomach. Feel the warmth there. Feel the warmth on the stomach skin. The tension's drying up. The sun's drying up the tension. Just the heat and the warmth drying up the tension. Warm, restful sun. Warm air mattress sinking deeper. Warm sand. Waves in the background saying, relax. Up in the sky, the clouds. Big, beautiful, white clouds. Look at them floating lazily across the sky. You look at them, and it feels just like you're sinking through one of those clouds. Feel yourself now floating. This is a good test of your imagination. You're in one of those clouds now. You feel yourself just like you're in it. You can feel you kind of see that it's very misty. You've actually been dropped into the top of this cloud and you're sinking down through it. You're going down, down very slowly through this cloud, drifting down. You feel just like you're free floating, just falling, free floating through this cloud, very pleasant, slow descent. The cloud itself, the vapor trails go by you as you sink slowly through this cloud, relaxing deeper and deeper. The deeper you go into this cloud, the deeper you relax. Your whole body's relaxing more and more and more. Now your whole body is in a completely relaxed state. Your mind is receptive. And we're going to have you begin imagining a series of scenes. We will have you imagine one scene in which there will be a drinking situation set up. The next scene will be an unpleasant scene. And immediately following the unpleasant scene, we'll let you relax again to prepare. We're going to have a series of these scenes. Alright, here's the first scene. I want you to imagine that you have a job that requires you to be out of town for periods of time. Sometimes days or possibly even weeks at a time, such as on a fishing fleet, merchant marines, or as a salesman. You're coming back to town, you're getting closer to town, you're really looking forward to being back. You're thinking how you missed everyone, how you want to see them again. You feel a great longing to see the people you care for. You remember the phone call you put in the day before when you had the chance. You told them you would be in and at what time. Then you wondered if you handled the phone call right. You're asking yourself, now, did I do it right? They asked you what time you'd be in. You told them. They said they would come and get you. You don't like to be dependent on anyone. So instead of just saying, yes, I'd like you to come meet me when I come in, which you really wanted them to do, you told them, oh, if you have something to do, I can get a ride home easy. And so here you are, you're going home. You think that they'll come anyway, even though you told them you could get a ride home. You think if they love you, they'll come, even though you told them you could get a ride home. You're getting closer and closer to the end of the trip. Finally, you're at your destination. You get out, you stand with your suitcase, you're looking around. You see other people hugging and kissing as their wives and loved ones have come to greet them after the trip. But there's no one there to meet you. You told them you would get a ride home, but you thought they might come anyway. You were hoping they would come anyway. You were sure they would come. But they couldn't read your mind and thought you really didn't want them to come. For some reason, even though you told them you would get home by yourself, you find yourself being very angry that they are not there. Even though they are only obeying your orders, you think they should have known what you really wanted. Too bad you didn't tell them, but you feel mad anyway. You think, what the hell, they don't give a damn about me. You find yourself being furious that no one is there. You jump in a cab, and I want you to imagine yourself doing all this and having these thoughts. Jump in a cab, and instead of heading for home, you decide that you will get even with them for not showing up. So you head for the nearest bar and order 3 double shots of whiskey in a row and drink it down, getting even with them. Then you call up and say, so you didn't show up to get me, you don't give a damn. They know you've been drinking and they're worried. That'll teach them a lesson. You can get even with them by drinking. You can get them upset with you. They say they'll be right down to the bar to pick you up. Since you did tell them the name of the bar, but by now you're madder than ever. You've worked yourself up into quite a fit because you think they rejected you. So before they get there, you're still going to teach them a lesson. You hop in another cab, dragging your suitcase along with you, and go to another bar and keep pouring down the whiskey, thinking, I'll be damned if they're going to get the money I made if they don't even care about me. You still can't seem to realize that you set the whole thing up for it to seem like they rejected you and didn't care for you. But you're half stoned now and getting madder by the minute and find yourself slipping into a hazy fog created by the liquor. But you keep drinking one after the other until everything starts whirling around, and that's the last thing you remember. And now the scene changes. Imagine this scene just as if it were happening now. Your eyes are closed. You're lying down. Your whole body feels stiff and sore. You don't know what happened. You try to open your eyes. They seem to be swollen shut. You try and try and try to open them, and finally you can get them open just enough to squint around you. You're in a white room in a hospital bed. The whiteness of the room is very glaring, almost blinding. The sheets are white. Everything is white. Next to you are bottles suspended on a post with tubes going into your arms. It is horrible and shocking to wake up in this situation with a headache and every muscle in your body aching. Your thinking is still very fuzzy. You're very frightened. Fear begins to gnaw at your stomach and eat at your brain. You wish you could make some sense out of the world. You raise an arm. It is very weak. You decide to try to get out of bed. You try to move a leg, but it doesn't move. You are telling the leg to move, but nothing happens. You try to move the other leg, and it also does not move. Now you are really afraid. Your legs seem to be dead. They don't respond to your commands anymore. You become very panicked. You call for help. It comes out in hoarse whispers. You call help over and over. The fear builds up in you even more. A doctor finally comes into the room. His face has no emotion on it. He has a white gown on, has a stethoscope around his neck. You tell him, my legs, they won't move. He tells you, I might as well tell you the truth. You are going to find it out eventually anyway. You had a very bad fall when you were drunk before you came in here 3 days ago. You have been unconscious ever since. You injured your brain very badly, especially the area that controls the muscles in your legs. I'm afraid you'll never walk again, but pretty soon we'll have you up and moving around in a wheelchair. You start to cry because your legs are gone forever. It is terrible. The tears roll down your face. You wish you hadn't taken that drink, but it is too late. Now I want you to just relax. Completely relax. Just let yourself go. Just let yourself go again. You're drifting again. Going back into a pleasant, relaxed state. Your mind is clearing, finding yourself, relaxing. Breathing's becoming deep, regular again. Going deeper, deeper into a completely relaxed state. Feel feeling quite relaxed, feeling like every muscle is again relaxing. Breathing's deep and regular. And now we begin another scene. And again, I want you to try to imagine this scene in all the details, just as though it was happening to you right at this very moment. Listen carefully to all the details, feeling your way into the situation. You're sitting in a chair in your usual drinking place. Notice the walls, the ceilings. They are just as you remember. The usual furniture is in the room. Notice the pieces of furniture. There's a table in front of you. Look around the room in your mind. Become familiar with it. Feel just like you're there. You can feel the chair you're sitting on. You notice the minute details of the chair, the minor pressures of the chair on your body, supporting your weight. On the table in front of you is a bottle of your favorite alcoholic drink. Next to it is a glass. Get the picture of the bottle and the glass next to it in your mind. You're looking at that. You can see it just as though it was right there in front of you. You suddenly feel very thirsty. You want a drink really bad. You can hardly stand it. You decide to take a drink. You reach for the bottle. You feel your arm reaching out for the bottle. You put a drink into the glass. You watch the liquor pouring into the glass. You're looking forward to having that drink. You raise the drink to your lips, noticing the delicious smell of the drink before you even get it to your mouth. You take a big sip. Notice that. You're rolling around in your tongue. It tastes good. And you start to swallow. You've taken a swallow of your drink. It's warm. It has a bad taste in your mouth. It seems to almost choke you going down. There seems to be a heaviness in your throat. Your throat tightens up. It's clamping off your air almost. You're feeling this just as if it were happening to you right now. The first swallow hits your stomach. You're beginning to feel sick. Your stomach is jumpy. Your last meal seems to be beginning to turn over in your stomach. You gasp for breath, trying to keep your stomach settled. Your last meal is turning over in your stomach. The booze is beginning to come up. You begin to gag. You can't hold it down. The booze in your last meal is beginning to force its way up your throat. It's horrible. You can't control your gagging. The food is in your throat, forcing itself up. The food is in your mouth, forcing itself out. You can no longer hold it down. It's forcing itself out of your mouth. It smells terrible. It's a foul, horrible odor. You're vomiting up the food and the drink. The booze is coming out. You're vomiting into your drink. All over your drink, all over your shirt, all over your pants, over your hands, your feet. The foul-smelling vomit splashes on the floor. It is disgusting. You can't stop. You're gagging, choking on the vomit. The smell reeks. It's terrible. Your head is reeling. Tears come to your eyes because of the gagging over the horrible smelling vomit. You can't stop. You're having the dry heaves now. Your stomach is racked with pain. A horrible, yellow, evil-smelling liquid comes up and drops into the vomit and all over you. And now, let yourself relax again. Completely relax your whole body. Become more and more relaxed. Imagine yourself now, just for a brief moment, by a quiet stream. The stream's flowing along. You're sitting under a tree. It's a fresh, warm day with just a slight breeze. Listen to the stream. You're relaxed. Lying there, looking in the water relaxes you so completely. A wonderful, pleasant, completely relaxing experience. You're letting your whole body relax now. Relaxing completely. You can see it very clearly in your mind. Sitting under a big shade tree, stream flowing by. Big green meadow out in front you're looking at. And now, the next scene. You've just gotten back from a trip someplace. You had wanted to escape the pressure of your drinking crowd. They seem to have the ability to get you to drink no matter what your intentions are. You stop in where they all hang out. Imagine yourself walking through the door. They're all sitting around, glad to see you. They're all half-tanked. You feel strange being sober. They say, "Come on, have a drink. You've got to catch up to us." You say, "I'll just drink a 7-Up." And they say, "That's baby stuff. Here, have a shot at good booze." But you resist and fight it off. Then it looks like they might become angry at you if you don't drink. They want you to be like them. You want them to still be your friends. So you finally give in. You take the drink they offer. You're raising it to your lips, tasting it. They're all looking on with approval because they don't like to see you sober when they're drinking. And then the scene changes. You've been drinking for days. That one drink led to another and another. Your mind is groggy. You don't know where you've been, what you've done. You just want another drink. You're in a beat-up hotel. I want you to imagine this hotel room just like you were there right now. There's a filthy, dirty hotel room, cockroaches running around the floor. You want a drink really bad. You remember the canned heat you bought. Finally managed to get a can of it open. Your hands are shaking so bad. You're imagining your hands shaking, trying to get this can open. Try to pour it into a rag to squeeze it out, but you can't even hold the can right. It tips. It spills out. It all spills on the floor. You start to cry because you want a drink so bad. You think you're starting to get the DTs and another drink will fix that. You open up another can and you don't try to squeeze it out. You just start spooning it into your mouth. Big mouthfuls of it, and your mouth is so numb you don't notice anything at first. But suddenly, it seems like your mouth is on fire. It's burning. You can feel the skin in your mouth peeling away under the burning of the canned heat. You begin screaming for help. Imagine yourself screaming for help, but nobody comes. You try to get to the water basin, but you're too drunk to get up. You lie there holding your mouth, trying to spit it out. But now it's burned, it's all its way up down to your vocal cords. You can't even scream now. Your whole mouth is on fire. It's like you've been eating hot coals. They're burning the whole inside of your mouth. Finally, the pain becomes so great that you just pass out. It was horrible. Okay, relax. Just let yourself go. Drifting back into a relaxed state. Going back into a completely relaxed state. Imagining yourself back at the beach, sinking into the air mattress. becoming relaxed again. Your whole body lets go. Your whole body relaxes a little bit more, going deeper, deeper into a relaxed state. You let yourself drift, completely relaxed, just floating, drifting. More and more relaxed. Thinking how relaxed those muscles are now. How pleasant it is to just lie at the beach, soak up the sun. And now, we'll start a new scene. You're walking along the street. Been looking for work. Can't seem to find a job. You're just a little bit angry with yourself, with the people who didn't seem to want to hire you. The people that have been giving you a raw deal. You walk by a liquor store. You've got just a couple bucks left in your pocket, and you know what is going to take care of that anger and that pain that you feel. You know what's going to take care of that anxiety about not having a job. You also know you shouldn't drink, but the liquor store light blinks off and on. Big ham sign in the window. You can look at that big ham sign. Look at that sign just like you're watching that sign blinking off and on. Then there's a lucky sign blinking off and on. It's just drawing you like a magnet right up to that liquor store, through the door, walk in, and you buy a quart. You walk out, feel almost like you're sneaking something. You walk around the corner, and there's the car. You jump in the car, and you can't even wait to get home, to get that bottle open. You're just like a man that hasn't had a drink for years and years. Your hands tremble as you rip off the top of that bottle. Tearing away at the top of that bottle. Finally you get it open. You take it to your mouth and you drink down a huge big swallow. It tastes so good, it just runs right down your throat. And then the scene changes. You're waking up. You have a horrible headache. Your head is aching and burning, just the worst it's ever been, the worst you can remember it. You don't know where you are. Try to get up, but you're too weak from drinking. All you remember is that one quart, but you don't know what you did after that, where you went to get some more. Did you get some more? You just have no idea. You blacked out. You wonder where you are. You open your eyes finally and look around. You find it very hard to even move your head slightly to look around. You smell a horrible stale smell. It smells like stale piss. It seems like it is in your clothes, in the air. The smell is horrible. You wonder if you puked all over yourself, if you pissed in your pants, or what happened. And you finally look around and with horror recognize where you are. You're in a public restroom. You must have come in there to vomit because you're lying in a pool of vomit, which adds to the horrible smell. But the urine smell is even stronger. Suddenly, with a horrible realization, you understand where you are, passed out in the urinal, lying with your head in the little trough. The water washes down over your hair into your eyes. People have been coming in and pissing in the urinal, ignoring you lying there, and you don't know how many hours you've been lying there, soaking up stale urine in your clothes. It is the most horrible thing that ever happened to you. You're nauseated and disgusted by the smell. You start to vomit, but you can't move yet. You turn your head sideways slightly and your stomach jerks as you try to vomit, but you only vomit up a little bit of green fluid. Your body keeps trying to vomit. You have the dry heaves. Nothing comes. Your stomach's jerking, pain, you're aching. The muscles in your stomach are knotted up and in great pain. It's horrible. Okay, now just let yourself relax again. Just completely relax. You're letting go again, drifting back, more and more relaxed, more and more relaxed. That wasn't a very pleasant experience, but now you're letting yourself just completely relax. Going deeper, deeper into a completely relaxed state. This time, you're going to imagine yourself sitting on the front deck of a mountain cabin, and you're completely relaxed up there. You can smell the pine needles. There's a breeze blowing through these trees, the pine trees. You can smell the pine needles. You can hear the breeze hissing through the trees. Very, very pleasant. Very, very relaxing. Completely relaxed feeling comes over your whole body as you sink deeper and deeper into enjoying the fresh mountain air, looking out over the green fir trees moving slightly in the wind. Just like you always remember that you'd have liked a very pleasant mountain scene, someplace you'd like to travel to or vacation at, or someplace you've even been. Letting your whole body relax a little bit more, going deeper and deeper. Alright, now we're going to begin another scene. And again, I want you to imagine each scene, every detail of this scene, just as if it were actually happening right now. You're in front of your favorite bar, standing there, looking at the signs. You notice the beer sign blinking on and off. This makes you feel very thirsty. You want a drink. You know that for a fact. You walk through the door. It's dark. Your eyes aren't accustomed to the darkness. As you stand there a minute, you begin to see the bar, just as you remember it. There's the bar, there's the tables, the booths, there's the sign. There's the mirror behind the bar. There's the bartender. He knows you. He waves to you and smiles. You walk into the bar, you sit down and order your favorite drink. It comes quickly. It looks really good. You like the subdued light in the bar. You notice the reflection of light off your glass. There's an odor of cigarette smoke, whiskey in the air, just like you remembered it. I want you to picture all of these things just as though it were happening right now. People are talking in the background. The jukebox begins playing the same song that everybody seemed to be playing. It seems to grow louder. You take a sip of your drink. You like it. You roll it around in your tongue. Take a big swallow. Your lips curl around the edge of the glass. Pour the whole drink down at once. It's so good, and you wonder how soon the bartender who's mixing someone else's drink can whip you up another drink. And then the scene changes. And you're sitting in an odd-shaped room. The walls seem to be bright pink. The room is very narrow, about 5 feet wide and 15 feet long. Your mind is very groggy. You can't seem to remember anything that happened that brought you here. The last thing you remember is you were having a pleasant, wonderful drink. The bright pink room seems to be glowing. The light is too bright. You keep blinking your eyes against the light. It's horrible. You begin having the DTs. You finally begin to focus your eyes. There's a figure at the other end of this narrow room. Blink and stare, and your eyes gradually focus on the figure. Sitting at the other end of the room with no head. From the neck of the body, a trickle of blood escapes and runs down the shirt of the body. The head with the eyes is open is sitting on the lap of the body. You're watching this and seeing it just as though you were right there. You blink your eyes and shake your head, but it still doesn't go away. You become very frightened. You know the body must be dead, but you find yourself so frightened you're talking to it anyway. Like in some kind of delirium tremens, you're shouting, you say, "Hey, you better put that head on you, you're going to bleed to death." There's no answer. You shout at the figure, "Hey, put that head on or you'll bleed to death." It's horrible. The horror just comes over you. Then you hear a very low voice coming from deep inside. The seated, headless figure is very angry. The voice shouts at the head, "Don't you hear that man talking to you? Answer him. Don't just sit there. Answer him." The head does not answer. The body becomes more angry and says, "Answer him," in a very angry voice, and strikes the head, hits the head on top, and on the sides, and on the face, shouting, "Answer him, answer him." And the body strikes the head so hard it rolls off the headless body's lap and begins crying in a high-pitched voice. The head is crying as it rolls across the floor, leaving a trail of blood behind. It says, "Don't hit me again, don't hit me again, I'll be good, I'll be good." And the head with large, staring, frightened eyes rolls up to your feet and lies there crying for mercy. You stare in horror at the whole procedure and feel your stomach turning over. Now, just let your whole body relax, completely relax. Take a deep breath, going back, deep, deep into a state of complete relaxation. Complete relaxation. A minute or so left on this tape. Practice again the idea of developing the increased self-control over your own body. Let your whole body relax. You're learning. Your body is responding to your commands to relax more and more rapidly whenever you give the command to your body.